I think this video is of the protests that were organized by the DC Anti-Fascist Coalition and a bunch of other activists in Washington, D.C., which were protests of the National Policy Institute, Richard Spencer's alt-right organization. Oh, well, I made all of these signs by hand, actually. Oh, that's me. Okay. We walked from downtown, the Trump Hotel, to the metro station with our little sound system, and then we got on the metro, and then we wound up at Maggiano's Little Italy restaurant. A lot of people flooded into the restaurant because, hey, it was a nice open door.
Tell me how you're feeling at the moment. Like, is your heart pounding? Are you...
Me?
Yeah.
I was 5 minutes away carrying our sound system in my car.
Who are these guys?
Those are the attendees of the National Policy Institute conference. That's Emily Yukis, who does this quite often. She holds her phone, like, it might not even be recording, but she'll hold it as if she is recording. She's alt-right based in Pennsylvania. And so there were a lot of the conference attendees and just journalists who were there, kind of like standing in the footwell here of Maggiano's. There were basically what had initially stopped. It's funny how, like, as racist as these people are, what had initially stopped the actual, like, onset is actually like one man who was a person of color who just did this. It's funny how, as racist as they are, they were actually protected by someone who was a man of color. One person
who worked for the restaurant?
Who worked for the restaurant, who kept people from going up the stairs. He didn't understand the context, perhaps, I'm not sure. Anyway, but whatever happened, that's whatever he thought, that's what happened.
So who are these people cheering you on?
The restaurant attendees, just the onlookers, yeah. Peter Brimelow, yep. There were some people who ran around the side of the restaurant to encounter Peter Brimelow, and then these three unsavory characters just stepped out right at the end of our protest. Most everyone had left, but there they are. That's Nathan D'Amigo, Richard Spencer, Emily Yukis, kind of like arguing with the couple of us who were actually left. And I think Nathan D'Amigo and I are the ones speaking here. They had made their reservation at Maggiano's restaurant under the name Griffin Family Reunion because they didn't want anyone to know that actually they were totally a Nazi organization, an actual Nazi organization that intended to do Heil Hitler salutes and say, quote, "Let's party like it's 1933, the year Hitler came into power." You know, if the restaurant had known this, they probably wouldn't have offered a venue to these unsavory characters. Families out for a night at the restaurant actually applauded us for our efforts to oppose those guys once they realized what we were doing.
Did Maggiano's apologize?
They
Or
did.
Did they make a statement afterwards?
They did make a statement.
In all fairness to them, what did they say?
They made a statement that actually they don't agree with what was done. There were photos taken that night of people inside the Maggiano's restaurant who were giving Nazi salutes. And then the next day is when that video was taken that became famous for Richard Spencer saying, "Hail Trump, hail our people," and the Nazi salutes. And but that night, actually, like, they had given Nazi salutes. And so Maggiano's said, "We don't agree with this. It's not something that we would like to see." And so they actually issued a statement saying that. And also, even more so, they contributed money to the Anti-Defamation League, which is a group that actually protects against anti-Semitism. Although that group is very problematic, in my opinion, very problematic. At least Maggiano's was trying. Yeah.